Mike, just talk about the troubles you're having running the ball. Your running backs had 15 carries for just 23 yards, and I know they're very good up front defensively, but it's been a bit of a problem in many of your games this year, and I'm wondering, what do you think the issue is, and how do you try to remedy it?
Yeah, I mean, we got to execute better. We've played three really, really talented teams in the first 5 games up front with some really talented people. So we've got to do some different things in the run game. I think bringing Chandler into the game in some of those situations helped us. And so we'll continue to utilize all of our personnel to put us in the best situation possible.
And on a slightly different topic, how do you convince your quarterback to slide now and then rather than to take a couple of head-on hits he took?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously all love the competitiveness that Fernando plays with, and that's a young guy that's still growing. In his second year of really playing at this level, and he's going to learn sooner or later that he needs to take care of himself. It's conversation we have, but that's what you love about him. In the heat of the moment, he's going to do everything he can to help us win.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll go to Matt Moreno from Rivals.
Coach, you hit on some big shot plays in that game. What was the key to kind of having success with going down the field?
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously something that we knew we had to do. I mean, we knew it was going to be tough sledding against that defense, just trying to go on a 10, 12 play drive and be able to sustain. So we had to be aggressive, and I thought our guys executed those plays really, really well.
We'll go to Jim McGill from Bear Insider.
Like, have you ever been in a position where you've coached a team or been involved coaching a team where there were so many successful big chunk plays, and then on the other side of the coin, just not having any ability to sustain drives on regular, typical grinded out play calling?
Yeah, I mean, I've been coaching for a long time. I've seen it all. I've won big games, lost big games. You do this long enough, there's a lot of ways to win and a lot of ways to lose. So, it's every game is unique. Every game has kind of its own life, and whatever it takes to win, that's what we have to do. I mean, those chunk plays were huge for us. Got us a really, really comfortable lead there in the third quarter, and but the inability to sustain there at the end and get critical first downs when we needed to was obviously detrimental at the end.
Philosophically, where do you balance doing what you do to get you your lead versus protecting the lead? You got to burn a clock at some point and limit the other team's chances to score. How do you balance that effectively?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got to be able to run the football, and you're going to have to line up at some point and line up and run the ball against a loaded box. I mean, those are the situations that we have got to continue to improve on as an offense. If it's third and extra long, or it's an end of half, end of game situation, those must pass situations, we have to get better at that. When it's, hey, we've got a 25-point lead or a 20-point lead, and we have to go pick up a first down or 3 first downs against an 8-man box, we gotta find a way to get that done. So that situational football and being able to close out games and execute in critical situations is obviously something that we're focused on today at practice, and those are things that we'll continue to focus on moving forward.
Thanks.
We'll go to Steve Croner from the SF Chronicle.
Morning, Mike. I'd like to go back a little bit to what you said about using Chandler. Obviously, I'm guessing the touchdown run was something you guys had in mind going in. It looked like a really well-designed and well-executed play. But he then stayed in late third quarter, early fourth, and my thought was maybe Fernando had been hurt, or maybe there was something going on with Fernando. Are you just saying that you wanted to give Chandler some more reps and that he might have similar usage in the future, or was there something a little bit off with Fernando?
No, Fernando's fine. That was kind of a game plan deal for me. Wanted to package Chandler in there and knew that it was going to be tough sledding running the football. And he can give us some versatility. We can do some different things in the run game. And I think, he did a great job of coming in and picking up first down, scoring a touchdown, and really had a chance to throw a touchdown there to Trond as well. So, I think we have to that's what I look at every week is how can I get our best players on the field. I feel very strongly about Fernando and Chandler. Love both of those guys. Think they're both really, really good football players, and they both have different skill sets. So when you're struggling in the run game, sometimes you gotta do whatever it takes to find a way to move the football.
So is it fair to say that might not be an aberration going forward? We could see Chandler for X number of plays.
Yeah,
without Fernando being without.
I mean that's just going to be a part of our game plan each and every week of what we want to do with our personnel.
Very good, thank you, sir.
Yep.
We'll go back to Jeff Ferrata.
Mike, a lot of attention on the Pitt offense, but what can you tell us about the defense you guys are going to face? What do they do well, and what challenge do they present?
Yeah, really, really solid group. I mean, you talk about one of the most well-respected defensive coordinators, defensive-minded guys in the country, and Pat Narduzzi. You can tell that they have a ton of confidence in what they do. They are very sound in what they do, and they're going to challenge us. They're going to get up in our face, challenge us on the perimeter. So our guys on the perimeter have got to go win those one-on-one battles, and then we got to be able to establish the run game and be able to stay on the field and keep our defense fresh better than we did the other night.